Okay, this will be our second training, guys. I thank you all as leaders for stepping up to process leads. Let me just talk about compensation for a minute here. You know, we're basically going to be offering each of you, I guess, starting now about $20 a day for working these leads. That'd be for about 2 hours of your time, because you may be putting as much as 2 hours into this every day. And that could increase after we get some good results coming in. We could double that. Okay. And if you guys want to put more time in, then you can get paid for the more time. I'm thinking once you're trained and get good enough at this, we pay $20 an hour to work maybe up to 4 hours a day. How's that sound, guys?
Good.
Pay
Good.
you in PFB, so there's an incentive
Yeah.
to sit on it for a minute,
Yeah.
not cash it in. So you could end up getting more that way. Okay, so all right, that takes care of that segment. I want to give Monica a chance. She mentioned she had a question, so we'll let her lead with the question and see where that takes us. I have no idea what the question is about. Go ahead, Monica.
Okay, so I had somebody ask me what company I was from. So I remember you saying something about identify the question, or yeah, or identify the question, or no, I'm sorry, acknowledge the question, ignore and redirect.
Uh-huh.
So I just said, "Oh, that's a great question. Let me share a video with you and get back to me on it. We'll kind of explain it a little bit more." And so I just sent them the video of part two.
And now part two would be that's taking them over to the remote agent page. Is that what you mean?
That video that if they said yes.
Uh-huh.
So she just asked me what company I was with. So how do you respond to that? I just said
Yeah,
that's a great
no,
question.
no, that sounds like you handled that just right. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, because
I just said to watch the video and then
technically we're not a company, right? At least not yet.
yeah.
We might end up becoming a company, but I don't know if that's going to be the most advantageous to the members to belong to a company, right? So I'm still
Yeah.
exploring things like trusts, other things as
Yeah.
what to kind of situate what we're doing inside of, right? So right now we're they're in that formation process, so we have things that are in the works, but there's we're just starting. This is a grassroots movement at this point, and we got code on a website that people are using that interacts with the blockchain. So
Oh,
that's what we are today officially, but that's going to change as soon as we get stronger direction, and that just takes time to figure that out. Okay, what we're gonna land.
okay.
Um,
And then so I sent out the first text to all five of my referral or
yeah,
the
yeah,
leads,
the leads, yeah.
and I sent videos to all of them. One said no, but are we supposed to ask them what part were you not interested in? I just sent the second video or the second
Well,
message
there's a
that,
script. Yeah, we have a very defined script, so let's
yeah,
reference
it
that.
just said, okay, thanks. That was about it.
Yeah, let me show you what we've got here. Share the screen.
It
Okay,
didn't,
if we go into Telegram group here, um, right here, this Docs, Google Doc thing, you click on that. That's actually what we're
yeah, I
following.
sent what it said to do next, but if they're not interested, don't we want to know why they're not interested? It didn't really give us an option of anything else.
Yeah, well, it does have an option here. Right here, step 2, not interested, right?
Uh-huh.
So what you write back is this, okay? But it's an invitation for them to be compensated for introducing somebody to us.
Yes.
No problem. Thanks for
But
your time. And then if they say they're open to introducing you to someone, then it can lead on to, the part 2. Okay.
yeah, so
But
they
it's
never responded after that, but we're not really sure why they're not interested.
yeah, and it's like um you're not going to get an answer from people that they yeah, we can't expect people to tell us, because even if we want to know, we
Okay.
can't really
I just thought,
insist or demand anything from people, right? So we're gonna we gotta go. There's a flow to it, and probably more than half the people that we're going to talk to are not going to be interested, and we just have to know that going in. Okay,
okay,
and most of those will not tell you why. You got to know that
okay.
going in. So.
So,
And
but I
that
got,
when we do our reports, we're going to be reporting where things got left off. So we're basically you should probably keep you probably use the same spreadsheet that we have, because this is on a spreadsheet, and just indicate where it got to, message 1, message 2, right? And this thing goes as deep as uh you there's apparently a step 1 here, step 2, message 6, part 2. But anyway, the red part is basically telling us, so just you know everything is going to be this standard approach right here, and in
mhm.
your notes, we got to know how far you got, okay, with each.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote everything down. I just didn't put it on that Google sheet because I wasn't sure.
And you can play with that Google sheet. There's no big deal with that, because y'all have a same copy of it. So, all right. Well, great. Yeah. And good job on the redirecting of the question. Great question. And so basically, when we tell people to come take a look at us, we're sending them over to poolfunding.io. We're sending an email to them, hr@poolfunding.io. So we have a lot of the formation that people will look, okay, it's an official thing here. You know what I'm saying? It's officially poolfunding.io, right? So that's what people know in that early process. Up until the interview, things change at the interview level, and we're going to start doing interviews as early as today. All right.
Okay, I do have a question, because I didn't get to the email part, but I know that they each got the videos from the text messages. Now, when they email back, is that going to come through to that email in there? Because I mean, I got into the email, but I don't know what part else that is it each of us? Is it all one big email, or how does that work?
One big email, all leaders will have access to it. Yeah.
So we
So
just have to go in and find the people that we emailed.
it's best if you just, assume that your communication is by text, and then any emails hopefully are just only redundant to what the text is all about. Does that make sense? You want and you want
Okay,
people
so
to
we don't
use their
need
phone, not their
them
email,
if we don't.
right? Come again?
Okay. So email is just a backup.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
email is just a backup.
it is a backup, because the best way to communicate is text, in the sense that um
Yeah.
we're not disturbing someone by making a phone call. You know how phone calls are, could just go right to voicemail, and even you don't even get that sometimes, where it just rings and rings and nothing happens, or rings once and you don't get anything after that. So the texting is, we got a better chance of them responding to a text than we do an email, right?
Yeah.
But that's why we're asking
Okay.
for permission. The very first email, very first text message that we go out is basically, we're looking for them to say yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. That's the whole point of that first text. And there's no link, there's no picture, there's no video, there's nothing on that first text. And that makes it nice and clean, because we can never get accused of soliciting, right? If they've already opted in, right? Because there are, it gets sticky in the U.S. when you're a phone solicitor, right? There's so many regulations.
Yeah.
And so, but if they want you to contact them, which is what we're paying for, we're actually paying lead generation company to give us interested people, not just random people, right? So
Yeah.
they're the ones that have found people that have opted in they're looking for some solution. Okay. And so if someone says they're not interested before you even can get them who we are, right? Like you send one message and then their reply is not interested. I need to know that. That's very important, because we might be able to ask for a replacement lead in that case. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if they're not interested, they don't know about pool funding, they don't know anything, right? We're just sending the permission to send more information. The only thing they know is we're offering, an agent, a remote agent, opportunity. That's all that first message says. There's nothing specific in there for them to be not interested other than that. And if they're not interested in that, then we're not really getting what we paid for then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, but if you send them to the page, the remote agent page, and then we get a not interested, then you can kind of turn that around by saying, well, if you know someone that is interested, we can compensate you for referring someone to us, right? Which is, if you read the language, it's all copy and paste, right? That's what it says. And sometimes it's a way of, it's like a second hook and another chance to hook into them. And you may get no reply, or they may go, no, sorry, I don't have anybody. Then that's okay. Then that lead is done, right? But we can go back to the person that paid for that lead and said, it was worked by a leader, we followed the same process that everybody's going to follow doing this, and so you got what you paid for. So if someone's paying $10 for done for you lead generation, right? And leader lead generation, so you guys are the leaders. And I mean, it's cheap, $10 to get one of you guys to process the leads for somebody else. I mean, that's like the bargain of a lifetime, if you ask me. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yep.
In fact, don't be surprised, we raised the prices on this, okay? Because I don't think we can keep it down at $10 forever. So anybody that's placing orders now, they should be grateful how low the price is, for real. Whether they got $50 worth or $100 worth, which is 5 leagues or 10 leagues, they're getting a great deal. In the future, that might get you 1 lead or 2. Right now, you get 5 or 10. Just think about where this is going to head down the road, because we're going to have people that are going to be really good at closing the deal. And that's what people will be happy to pay for. But we got to pay those leaders for the ability to do that. So there's going to be pay increases for the people that are really good at this,
Hey, Ace, you started out earlier saying, hey, your posture and your belief and your knowledge is so important. And
Yeah.
I think I've been thinking and listening. I think that this is a time for me to share, in the sense that, let's say there's 10 people you're talking about, and we're excited about what we're doing here. And if you use the baseball analogy, any guy that hits, or gal, if they were in the major leagues, hit 300, 3 out of 10, there's the possibility of them going into the Hall of Fame over their career over a period of time. So
Yeah.
being in sales for a long time, you have to have and develop thick skin, but also sensitive to listen to exactly what you're teaching us now. Listen to what they're sharing, but persevere and know that there's somebody out there looking for us. They want this, they just don't know it yet. And that would be my contribution right now.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bringing me back to that point of posture, because I think that's going to be the main topic of today's training is posture. So thank you for that. And yes, there's going to be a process of development for each of you as individuals, okay? And you're gonna go through the training here, and some of you, going to go slower than others, and that's okay, right? Not everybody's going to go fast, but these leads are from people that have said that they're looking. And let me tell you something, guys. How can you live in America and not be looking? Right? I mean,
Right.
who exactly is that comfortable that they're not looking?
Just the upper class.
You know, and that's a very thin layer of society, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So most people, they're just one situation away from having real hardship hit them over the head. Transmission goes out in the car. Uh, you know, basement gets flooded. I mean, things like that come up, right? And the next thing you know, you're out, hundreds or thousands of dollars that wasn't planned for in the family budget. Now you got to rearrange your family budget to figure out how to manage to deal with that, the transmission going out, the flooded basement, the thousand things that can happen to you. Okay. And the majority of people are not prepared for that. They're just getting by. And some of these people are getting by because they're working 2 jobs, right? How crazy is that? That you go from this job to that job, and at the end of the day, you still kind of are struggling. Imagine working 2 jobs and you're financially struggling. That's more normal today than it ever has been. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
You see it everywhere. And that's because everything's out of whack. It does not make sense for the majority of these homes in America to be $500,000 homes. They're basically sticks. You know what I'm saying? Think about what these houses are made out of. I don't see how we can justify it, but it's if the jobs were paying you $100 an hour, fine. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. Most Americans, wouldn't even be able to fathom making $100 an hour. But honestly, they should be. If things kind of kept up with what they were in the 1950s, if you go back to the 1950s and look at the ratios of what people were taking home, right? How much money they were taking home from a job compared to their monthly expenses, it was so much more balanced, and even then they were complaining, right? It's just gone downhill since then. Would you guys agree with me on that?
Absolutely.
Unless you got into some specialty that really worked out for you, just any kind of regular job, you're kind of screwed, whether you're in an office or you're in the field or whatever. And that's why I ended up in sales, because I thought, well, at least with sales, I've got upside potential, right? And maybe I can get ahead by going into sales. That was my strategy. And it worked to a certain degree, but it was a rough go as well, right? It was not a smooth ride. So But by leveraging and in building a huge team and becoming a millionaire, that's what changed it for me. Okay. And my paradigm has totally changed. And I've been in a higher status for such a long time that sometimes I forget, the value of a $10 bill. Like it's hard for me to put value on it, guys. It really is. I have like no sense of value for it. But there's a lot of Americans that still value $10,
Can I bring another point up, Ace?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly where you're talking about. Well, I'll use myself as an example. I am working a seasonal job. I get paid minimum wage of $14.42 in a luxury economy at one of the most prestigious golf courses, at least in Colorado, if not within the United States. And I didn't do it for the money per se. I did it for the community and the camaraderie, and love what they're doing to satisfy 501c3s and giving back. But at the end of the day, my age, I collect Social Security.
Yeah.
And they're telling us for Social Security in 2025 that we're going to get a 2.57% increase. And yet inflation is 20% or more, whatever that is. Where's the 17.5% differentiation coming from?
Not
either from my savings, assuming I have savings, or I'm using my credit card to pay off some of those catastrophic things you hadn't planned for in the transmission, as you're saying, or whatever that is. And I've got to believe there are people like myself or my wife that are going, I got to find something different.
Yeah.
And I gravitated to pool funding. I held back initially because I didn't understand it, but the last 2 months, the knowledge that I had, the community that I felt, that is offsetting the other things of I'm making $14.42 because you can't make it on that, like you're saying. So I was just giving a true live example of myself, and I've got to believe there's people out there that have said yes, they want to know more, that they're going to come our way.
Well, there's people literally going to the internet and they're doing Google searches and they're saying, I need extra money, right? And they're just typing in extra money. Maybe they put the name of their state or something like that, extra money, or the name of their city, they're searching. And then they run across, the people that provide us the leads, they're running across their stuff when they do that, right? And then they go into little funnels and stuff, and then they end up over in our hands. So this is the same, the posture we need to take here, guys, is even though this is not technically true, but the posture we yet to take, we're the employer, these are potential employees, we're going to behave like human resources, we're processing potential personnel to come aboard what we're going to be, no, we're not a company, but we're going to come aboard and be a part of our team, part of our, brand. Okay. So even though we're not all of that, we are. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So technically we're not, but what we have is actually better than that part-time job. You know what I'm saying? So you can go over here, just like what Jeff was saying, and pick up something for $14 an hour. That's the typical part-time job. But see how limiting that is? It's only $14 an hour, right? Whereas what we're offering is a pathway to millionaire status, right? Do you want $14 an hour, or do you want millionaire status? What do you want, right? And when people can clearly see that the effort they're going to put into a $14 an hour job is much greater than the effort they're going to put into becoming a millionaire, if you compare effort for effort, why would you choose the $14 an hour job? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the lack of confidence why people think, well, I can't be a millionaire. It's a mindset. We got it, and that's why we don't lead per se with, we're going to turn you into a millionaire, because that would just, that'll just repel people, So if you look at the remote agent page, it just kind of eases them into the idea that that's a possibility with us. But, we're not just like pounding it on it. We're basically saying we got a great offer here and we want to talk to you about it. And, so, go through those videos and look at them again. Look at how on that page, the remote agent page, look at what's being said. Look at it through the eyes of one of these leagues that they're watching it for the first time. Look at it through their eyes, what they're going to catch as they listen to it. And what we're basically saying is like, look, you could keep doing the limited path, which is what most people do. And most people are not happy. Okay. So think about that. Most people do something and most people are not happy. Do you see there's a tie together there? Okay. So we have to do something better than what most people do. And that's what we're offering. We're offering people something better. Literally with just 4 people, you can become a millionaire in pool funding, but it's not 4 transactions. It's 4 relationships you have to develop, right? We'll be talking more about that soon, about how valuable relationships are when you compare them to transactions. Most offers out there are transaction oriented. We're not. We are relationship oriented. It's all about building long-term relationships and then binding like together on that basis. And that's how we change the world, because we become super strong. And when this thing gets bigger and bigger, think of all those relationships that bind, from one level to the next level to the next level, the strength of those relationships, and how we can come as a giant unit and say, we want the world to change. We believe the economy should become a luxury economy. Let the robots and let the AI take over all the jobs. We got better things to do, being that we are a multidimensional being, having a human experience, okay? So this idea is going to catch on. The need for it is huge. These people that are showing up on our leads, they're there for a reason. They went looking for something. Most likely they were looking. It's not like they were sold. There's a difference there. And by the time we're texting them and sending them a message saying, hey, we have what you're looking for, we have to have the posture like, we're not here to sell you or convince you. We're not here to explain ourselves. We're not here to put you in the position of king. You know what I'm saying? We're like the employer looking at you as a prospective employee to be a part of what we're doing. We're building a vision in the world. And we don't need these people, right? And there's not a single name on any one of these leads that matter. Not one of them. If any one of those people on that list say no, it's not a big deal to us. It's not, so what? Right? Right?
Right.
Even if 90% of them say no, it's not a big deal to us, right? So what? Right? But I'm shooting for 10% is what I'm shooting for, And like Jeff was saying, 30% gets you into the Hall of Fame. But my sales experience, I've learned that 20% is normally what you can get just by, trying. Most people hit 20% trying in any kind of sales offer, So if we hit 10%, that's half as good as what I expect. Okay. Right. And it's still good enough. Steve, you got a comment?
This is off the subject. I was wondering about that $50 gift card. How's that work?
Where you saw a $50 gift card, where was that at?
That was during you saw it too,
Steve,
Lisa, right?
yeah, but that was the wrong link. As I told you, you're supposed to replace the link with your
Oh
pool
yeah,
funding. Yeah,
That's
so that
I-
was
I
just
got it.
that was
Yeah,
advertising for Ryan.
Yeah, we made a boo-boo there.
Okay.
We had
Yeah.
to go
Yeah, and
back
you know what
clean it
else
up.
we did, Steve? We emailed our lead from I don't know if you did, but I emailed to my personal email on accident. My bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the email. Did you do that too, Steve?
I did.
Yeah, I figured you did. Yeah.
All right, so
So
let's do this now. Let's get a report from you guys. We'll start with Lisa, since she is our zero, right? So Lisa, as far as numbers go, you are zero. So that means your first number that come up. I'm not sharing my screen now. I hope
no, you're not.
I don't want to share what I'm looking at. But Kimberly would be the first one on your list. You know,
She's
Kimberly
the only
Long.
one that replied.
Okay, so you got
I sent out 5 text messages, and Kimberly was the only one that responded with a yes. So I sent out the message, and then
and you
and I
emailed her.
emailed. Yep, and I emailed her, and then
All right,
tomorrow I'll
good
follow up.
report. Good report. Okay. That leads me to number 1. That would be Nevaeh. She's not here right now to give us a report, but I know that based on my dialogue with her, that she had at least one person respond so far. So I don't know who. Okay, we'll go to Steve. You're number 2. So the first
Yeah,
person on number 2 was Adriana Walker. So,
right.
so give me a report on Adriana Walker.
I'm not sure how I can find the where she said they were good. They send me more, they said yes.
Okay, Adriana Walker said yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Okay.
sure which one because I have so many texts here. I can't
Yeah,
figure out which.
you got 5 there. So you got phone numbers. You're gonna have to probably look, but based on the phone number, because you can usually tell. Anyway,
Well, I
did you
had
did you get a response where they asked for more information?
yes,
And how many?
just one,
One
just
person.
one.
Do you know the name of
Yeah,
that person?
I'm trying to find that out.
Because for you, it's either Adriana or it would be Claudia, or it would be Assad, or it
Yeah,
would be there's another Kimberly. So there's Kimberly Long, and then there's Kimberly Taylor, and then there's also Blanchard, and that's it.
yeah. Let's see. I was thinking it was Blanchard, but when they say yes, uh, it showed right up on it, but I think it was covered up by other stuff.
Yep. Blanchard said the best time to reach was afternoon, and Blanchard wants $10,000 or more per month, ready to get started, ready to dedicate 21 to 30 hours a week, has
Yeah,
250 to 500 to start with to pay to get started, So,
yeah. If only I could find the 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 text message. I can't find it.
all right, so we're just getting reports there. Okay, let me go to the next one.
Okay.
Let's see here. We got number 3 would be Dean. Hey, Dean, you're number 3.
Yes, sir.
What's your report here?
So I haven't actually contacted them yet. We spent the evening putting together our paperwork and what we're going to do. And
Okay, no problem.
we
So you and Dina, 3 and 4, you're gonna reach out to them today. Okay.
yes, correct. And we got the new,
you got a new list, so you got 10 people each to reach out to.
yes.
All right. And I was taking position number 5, but I forgot I don't have the ability to do text messages to the US, so I need someone to take over 5. And then we've got Matt. You got number 6. So what's your report, Matt?
Number 6, La Starza Williams.
Lestarza Williams, yeah.
She texted me back,
Okay.
wanting to look at what I had. So
Good. All right. So you sent
I
to the
replied
remote
back.
agent page. Okay.
Right. Yes.
And anybody else?
Yes. Mine, number 26, which is Robin Lee.
Robin Lee. Okay.
She also wanted the follow-up information, so I
Right.
sent it the remote agent video.
So that's 2 out of 5. Okay. And any
Yeah.
more?
Not yet, but some of the
Okay.
others were were evening,
Right.
they asked to be,
They may still pan out, right? Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay, and then we have Monica, you're number 7. What's your report, Monica?
Okay, number 7, Shanita.
Okay,
I
yeah,
sent her the
Shanita.
video.
Okay, so she asked for video. Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I haven't got a reply back from that.
All right.
She got it and stuff like that, but I'm gonna follow up. I think it said tomorrow to do that.
Yep.
And then I have number 17, Marinda.
Uh-huh.
I sent her the video also.
Okay,
And Sandra, number 27, I sent her the video, and that's the one that asked me what company I was with.
good. Well,
Um,
that's 3 out of 5 so far. Okay, keep going.
yeah, 37 is Natia. And I sent her the video and she replied back, not interested. So I
Okay,
sent her that part 2 or step 2.
great. Okay.
And then number 47, Cheryl, I haven't heard back from her. I just sent her the text message.
So 4 out of 5 replies and 1 not interested out of that we so out of the 4 replies, 1's not interested, 3 are in the works. Wow.
Yes.
You are like a magnet. Everything you touch. I noticed you had great results in the the previous work you were doing. So
Yeah, I did a lot of this kind of stuff,
this is
texting back and forth. And
this is not new to you.
no,
You have like an energy inside the universe. The universe is acquainted with already. So there's a vibration there, and that does matter. It does add up, guys. That's part of the posturing. We go back to the Zoom here. Okay, so great,
Well, I
great
found
report.
mine. I found mine is Claudia.
Oh, Claudia. Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So, hey, pretty much across the board, it sounds like out of 5, each of you had 5, and each of you got somebody to send the remote agent page to. So, like I said, if the result is we close 1 out of 10, that'd be awesome, right, guys? So,
Ace,
Yeah.
yes.
Ace, this Matt, how typical is that to just, to even just get a response back wanting the information? Is that unusual or typical, or
Well, I mean, it
with a
depends
lead?
on it depends on what's going on, but since we're talking about a way to make money, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, I think most of these people, if you kind of look at some of their answers because there's like question, like let me go to that sheet again, pull it up here. Okay, so some of the questions that get asked are, reason for looking, right? So let me read some of these I'm going to read to you guys reason why they're looking, because I think that might have been like an open field, and I think everybody will gain a lot by me reading this. Okay, like some of these are really long. I got to stretch out this cell a lot. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the first one said looking for remote customer service jobs. Okay. In a way, we're kind of that. The second one said need extra money fast. The third one said I want to be my own boss. The fourth one said I've been seeking a legitimate work from home job for about 5 years. Also because I am unemployed. I'm a homemaker. I keep a very busy home, clean and organized. Therefore, I would benefit from work from home. Right? How about that? So,
Yeah.
the next person wrote income. That's all they wrote. Income. Next person wrote, I know that your company has the opportunity to grow and expand. That's a little odd. And then the next person said better opportunity. Well, we're definitely that. Next person wrote additional income. Next person wrote inflation. Next person wrote trying to keep up with the economy. Next person wrote need to be home more. Next person wrote money. Next person wrote, just need a job that will accommodate my disability and my service dog. Next person wrote, retired and need extra income. Next person wrote, need an at-home job due to medical reasons. Next person wrote, I'm a single mother of 2 and a work from home job would really be convenient, especially with me just moving to Colorado. And so I also donate to have transportation. And oh, I don't have transportation as well. In Colorado, I don't have transportation. That makes it kind of tough to live in Colorado. Next person just wrote open. Next person wrote need a job to work from home. Are you seeing the pattern here, guys? Okay.
Yep.
So this is how people are looking at, the world of opportunity. And we're in that world of opportunity, offering the opportunity, right? So go ahead, Dean. What's on your mind?
Hey, I understand the front end of it. We contact them, we text them, we get them the websites, they watch the videos, they respond. I don't really understand the process of how we get them into the pool match me, and then what happens with them from there.
Yeah. So right now, I'm waiting for the programmer to finish his job. So unfortunately, I can't show you anything. I can tell you what will happen. But basically, we're going to have everybody that's paid for a lead go back into the same place where they purchased them to click on another button that will be there and where they can put information, their full name, their email address, all their contact information, their link to Pool Match Me. Okay. All that's going to be in there. That makes sense?
Okay.
So it's a form that we're going to have all the people that paid for the leads. They got to go back in there and complete that form. And then what we'll do is I will get you a matching system. So we're using numbers like you're 3 and Dina's 4. So basically the people that purchase leads, all the 3s and all the 4s that purchase leads, those are the people that you're working for. That you're doing lead generation for them. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right. And so when basically we're going to basically assign a lead to each person. So it's going to be like a 1-to-1 relationship that, because like you got 1 through 10. So out of that, that's 3, right? So 3 here is going to be 3 over here. And then 13 and 13, 23 and 23, 33 and 33, like that. So each lead gets assigned to the person. You haven't seen the other side yet because I have to wait for the programmer to finish his job, which should be today at 10 o'clock in about 4 hours.
Yeah, I know how programmers.
So he says, right?
Hey, so these people aren't going to see the same Pool Match Me back office that I've been seeing going through Pool Match Me. It's or I mean, if we're going to use Pool Match Me, I don't understand how these leads meet up to the sponsors who bought leads.
Right. So basically, the reason we're using Pool Match Me is because we want to tie the person that's joining to their sponsor, quickly and create a bond. Okay.
Yeah.
And it takes 3 days to do that in Pool Funding. It's much better to get them started in Pool Match Me. Does that make sense? We can create that bond in 5 minutes. You understand?
Okay. Yep.
We're creating a bond. Okay. And then, we're going to make it very clear to them that, look, we're going to provide you money here. Okay. We call it funding. Okay. Maybe you were looking for a job, but we got something better than that. Okay. And you're going to get more than a job. You're going to get funding. And you have to, in return, give us more people to our pool. So our pool is a pool of people. The exchange we're doing here, we provide you funds that you don't have to pay back. You provide us people, okay? And it doesn't have to be a lot. 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. For most people, that's enough, right? And
Right.
so what we want to do is we're going to start you over here on a sister website. Can you say that with me, guys? Sister website.
Website. Just your website.
Okay. Sister website. So they've already been to pull funding. We sent them there. Now we're going to say we've got a sister website, and we want you to go there to sign up with this person. This person is going to train you. Now,
Okay.
we refer to this person as your sponsor. So
Yeah.
this is their link. That makes sense?
Okay, so we'll have the person who bought the lead will have their Pool Match Me link available to be
Yes,
able
you
to
will. Yeah,
lead.
you're going to have it.
Got you.
Yeah, that's part of the form. See, I could show it to you if I had it, but
Yeah.
I can't. I didn't tell you about it.
Okay, no problem. I get it. I was just trying to figure out because I've spent some time in Pool Match Me and I wasn't really seeing how this was how we were gonna hook these people up, and we just start throwing leads in, then well, everybody else who's in Pool Match Me is gonna go in there grabbing leads, and
Oh,
you
no,
know,
they don't. No, see, they signed up as a sponsor, so no one can grab you if you sign up as a sponsor. You know why?
no, please.
Okay, let me show you how this works. Share screen. Okay. So in Pool Match Me, okay, where they're going to go, I'm going to log out. Where they're going to go when they actually go to sign up, they're going to go here. Okay. What is
Okay.
that? What does that say right there? Can you read that?
I will be a sponsor.
Exactly. When they sign up as a sponsor, here's where they show up. They never show up here. Okay. They never show up in the referral list, right? This is a referral list.
Okay.
The reason that these people are here is that their status is referral, account type referral. But see, I'm a sponsor and they're going to sign up as a sponsor. Okay. See here,
Okay.
like Lisa here, she signed up below me. Okay. But she signed up as a sponsor, right? See, she's not over here. She's over here under my people, right?
Okay.
And will never be seen over here. And the only way that she could be seen by the referrals looking for sponsors is if she pays $100 to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Which we don't require that. You can sign up as a sponsor and never pay anything to Pool Match Me. You're not required to. There is no obligation.
Okay.
That makes sense. You got two lists here. You got that list there. You got this list here. So they show up in the My People list, not in the referral list.
Okay. Well, see, I was just assuming they were going to go sign up as a referral, and so
Wrong assumption.
Yeah. I'm asking. So
yeah, that's why. Yeah, this is thought out, right? So we want people to come in to be connected to their sponsor, because what if the person comes in with super low confidence in their ability to get 2, 3, 4 people signed up? They're already in the right website, aren't they? Pool Match Me.
Right.
Pay
Yeah.
$100 and you get 2 signups. You're paying for signups. Okay. And Pool Match Me's been very generous. We've had people, they've signed up 2 people. Those 2 people kind of fell apart. And Pool Match Me says, we'll replace them for free. You know, you're
Awesome.
getting, you're not paying for leads on Pool Match Me. You're paying for signups and good ones, right? We've had people like, well, they quit after a week. Okay, we'll replace them, right? And that means the $30 that's coming out of the Pool Match Me budget, not out of the sponsor's budget.
Got you. Okay.
Let's just put
Well,
it this way: Pool Match Me guarantees 2 quality signups. How about that? Now they're coming in at the $1 pool, but they're quality. Leads done for you don't guarantee you signups. We guarantee you the lead will be worked, okay, by a leader, but we don't guarantee a sign up on leads done for you. That makes sense?
yes.
So for $50 or $100, You're rolling the dice, right? What's going to happen? Let's see what happens. I'm hoping 1 out of 10, and people will be happy with that. I'm sure. But we got to dig deeper to find out what it really will be. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So pool match me, place to be, right? If anybody's struggling to get 2, they can just pay for them, and they can get 2 for sure. So the Filipinos, most of them are going to be Filipinos, but I know the African community will come on board even stronger. But I think they're waiting to see more testimonials. That's what's going on in Africa. They're going to wait and see. It's my impression anyway. There's some Africans in there, and before you know it, there'll be South Americans. So. But it's like Asia, Africa, South America. Those are going to be the main places we'll probably get people into the pool match meeting as referrals. That they need help. They can't pay their own way. All right. Okay. I hope that clarified for you, Dean.
Yes, sir. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
You are welcome. Okay. All right. So let's just go back to posture one more time. It's very important that you understand that there's no pressure on you as leaders to guarantee that these leagues work out. Okay, right? So you're going to run the process, and that's the job, right? Run the process, do your best. And if a person has the wrong idea about who and what we are, you never want to take it from like you're going to be judged on your ability to convince someone to join pool funding. It's just the opposite of that. You should be coming up with questions that you're going to ask these leads that put them in the position of convincing you they're worthy of our time. Does that make sense? You understand the
Yeah.
posture I'm talking about here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have no
Yeah.
problem. I have no problem taking a small fish and throwing them back in the ocean, right? Okay. If someone says, I got this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, and I don't have anything to contribute to solve my own problems, that might be a little fish that I'm like looking at going, do I want this little fish? Nah, bye-bye. Dead lead. It's called a DQ, disqualified. You know what I'm saying? So if someone isn't willing to put the time and energy and effort, and they actually show like some, level of professionalism. I mean, there's levels, right? 2024 is definitely we're not a suit and tie culture anymore, right? That was the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's levels to it now. Professionalism comes dressed in polos now, right? Or whatever. But so just it's mostly attitude, and the interview process is the critical piece, that they got to feel like you're the boss and they need you, because they're the one that lacking the opportunity to solve. Remember that list I was reading you, right? All those people said, I need. We're here to fill those needs, right? We have the right opportunity. So posture. Is that helping you guys get more clear on posture?
Yes.
What's that?
But I love it.
You love it? Okay. Yeah, because I think too many people in the business opportunity space take a low posture and treat all their prospects like they're superiors, right? Okay. And then they wonder why they can't sign anybody up, because they didn't posture properly, right? Why would this guy being treated this way want to work with this guy acting this way? You see my point? This guy doesn't want that. This guy wants this, right? That's what this guy wants. Okay. He wants to be treated like this. Okay. This guy's saying, hey, are you worthy? Are you worthy to be up here with me? And the guy, I want to come up there. I want to come up there. Okay, come on up. Okay, right? That's the right posture. Millionaire mindset. Okay. You don't have to have $1 million in the bank to have a millionaire mindset. Okay. Your time is worth way more than $1 million. And you first just know that going in. Therefore, since you have time, that means you can have the millionaire mindset because everybody's got time. That means everybody can have a millionaire mindset because your time's that valuable. And most people don't realize that. And until they think about it and they go, yeah, Ace is right. My time is worth millions and millions upon millions for sure, you know? Okay. Not much more we can do until we actually can dig into the nitty gritty with once that form is filled out, and I get the other side too, you know, the 3 and the 3 and the 13 and the 13 and the 23 and the 23. Until I can show you the other side of it, not much more I can do today. So we're as far as we can go now. But we've got each of you have 10 people to contact, right?
Okay.
And we still have a couple of people that are not being contacted because we don't have an 8 yet. We need a 5. Replace me, by the way, because I can't send text messages yet.
I can take the 5 if you want to do the call or do the.
Well, thank you. Okay, so
talking.
Monica's going to take 5 now. So you're going to do. You have what number are you already?
I'm 7.
So you're going to be 5 and 7 for now.
Yeah, I'll take, I'll do all the text messaging for 5. Can I team up with you and do the Telegram Zoom?
That's great.
If
Yeah.
I get-
Yep, absolutely. All of you can
Okay.
team up with me when it comes to saying we got a live one and just say, you know, hey, I might be able to get the creator in here for a minute or two to say hello to you, you know, kind of like the icing, right? So I can be part of the icing for you guys. What do you think about that?
That'd be good.
You know,
Awesome.
okay, that'll work, right? Okay, and we still have, yeah, we're still missing a couple. There was 8. Anyway, I think we'll be good. Let's get back together tomorrow. We'll have another 50 tomorrow, guys. And then we'll Saturday will be the last 50 for the week. Okay, so this week we're gonna have a total of 200 leads that we're processing, 50 a day, out of 4 days. And then next week, depending on the demand, it'll either be 50 or 100 per day. Okay. Which means that each of you are doing 5 a day or 10 a day. Does that sound good? We'll call it 2 hours of work a day, and you know, at this level, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then we'll work out some sort of like a weekly plan to pay you guys and all that. We'll pay you guys in PFB. We'll probably do it in a meeting like this and just pay you guys like that. Sound good?
Sound like a plan.
Okay. All right. That's our game plan. All right. I think that's great recording. All of you that are tuning in and watching our process, you know, hey, this is what innovation looks like, you know, and we've got this exciting new thing where we got lead generation done for you by leaders. $10 a pop. Oh my goodness, that is so inexpensive. You are getting a bargain for only paying $10 to get what you're getting here. Okay. And we have all this transparency. So we got nothing to hide. We're just so proud of what we're doing that we want to show the world that it's a good deal. Okay. All right. I'm going to end the recording now.